hold me accountable for my words. Boy, they got a conundrum in Beulah, huh? Oh, is that a mess?
Yeah,
Missed you
that's
last Thursday.
The wind and,
Huh?
Missed you last
Moved
Thursday.
You could've came down and picked me up in the slop.
Oh, really? Is that?
And I had calving going on and I go, oh, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, I was figuring it was something to do with,
We'll just extend the term for 90
you
days.
know, because the storm put you guys back so much anyway.
I'll
You
put
kinda
on there
gotta
for
be here
further
for any and
discussion on
every
ordinance.
I know.
thing, you know?
I have to say, in my whole life, I've never lost as many critters in calving as we did this go around. It didn't end, it just, dumb things, like mom steps on the calf. The other place, same thing, calves there, mom stepped on that one. And you don't need those things.
No.
Okay.
There were three critters in
First
the one
the second
barn.
one will just change out way
And
the
the
days, so
Calf, I fed him and everything, he was up, going around. Next
we'll
thing,
have to, yeah.
oh, we're missing a calf. Well, here where I fed, there he was, dead.
Okay. Since my mind
Somebody
is
had
all
to step
frickin'-
on him. I mean, they
Gotta
just,
do this again.
That's just crazy.
wow. People may don't know, but when you get storm like that, them cattle don't think so good no more.
No, they get
lose.
very disoriented.
They
They're
get
like,
dis-
"Okay."
During the storm or afterwards?
Kinda during, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like survival mode themselves.
May not have it
Yeah.
100%, but it gives you an idea.
Yeah, they just-
This is a line.
Just goes into neutral.
And that is on, like, revising the ordinance or something, so to speak. Yeah, because I had a long talk with Tom yesterday too.
it's the process to do it.
He told me, you can't just simply make a change. Huh? So, well, can we? Then he said, well, it's gotta go to public.
It does, it says the example. We did that, we accepted, so anyways. So we might walk through those two pretty fast. Okay.
These are our candidates for the
Appoint election workers.
This is
Got
the,
judges.
information on that?
yes,
It was
yeah.
right near that little sheet, right underneath this, right there. Got it. It lists all the people that we would like to have approved for the election. For the primary. And the commission has to approve them.
So do I have to read them off?
I don't think so, I think just reviewing and making sure you guys are okay with them. No,
I think it'd be better if we read them off so the public knows, but
Hey,
that's just my opinion,
That's a
Wow.
chairman, that's a chairman's job,
but don't you think?
I suppose. Because he may wanna know who it is for.
I'm gonna need a lot of hand-holding today, I got a feeling.
Oh, sure.
Well, it's not so bad.
Just let you people know, I'm gonna
Inspector's the same
stumble through
inspector.
this one today.
And, well, except for the Beulah one.
Yeah.
I forgot our chairman wasn't gonna be here.
Minutes. Oh, where the heck is he at?
Okay, I'll call the regular monthly meeting of the Mercer County Commission to order. Alice has the roll. We have the agenda in front of us. Do I have any additions to the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I don't know if you wanna put it under Cindy's time slot, it would probably be the best. We have a mileage issue, with planning and zoning for Cindy. So, let's just, I think we can put it under her slot, right?
Mileage question?
Yep.
Sure, since you'll be here then we don't have to,
Yeah.
okay. I think that's in order.
Okay,
Mileage question for tax
Director,
director.
okay.
Any other additions to the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, if we could add solar moratorium as well.
To where do we, okay, any other additions to the agenda?
If not, Mr. Chairman, I'll approve the agenda with the additions.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Wayne?
How would I?
Liza?
Aye.
Marvin?
Aye.
Gene votes aye. Okay, the minutes of the, I was gonna say the bills, but the minutes of the April 22nd meeting, April 20th meeting. Do I have a motion to approve as presented?
Mr. Chairman, I have a correction.
Okay? I gotta find them. I read them, but I don't have them. Do you have a copy of them?
Yes, I can share my thing. On page,
Alice has one for me.
on page 3 of 4, down towards the very bottom paragraph, it says, Fry moved to have this board take a lack of confidence performance and duties for Commissioner Marvin Schwer. There was an action taken immediately after, and that's why I want this recorded, because all actions taken. I want, please add, Commissioner Schwer requested copies of complaints from state agencies. Commissioner Fry asked Auditor Bros if she would supply those. Auditor Bros concurred that she would. So there was a request made and action taken. I would like that included as it was omitted. And that would go right after my name, Marvin Schwer. And Alice, I can give you a copy of what I wrote if you would prefer. I'll repeat that. I guess I don't need to repeat that, but because there was an action taken, it's supposed to be included in the minutes, I would like that included.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the April 20th minutes as amended?
I'll so make that motion.
Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
Second that.
Any further discussion?
All I can say as far as further discussion, we're going to have full disclosure to the public what's going on. I think it's only fair that that be included so the taxpayers get full disclosure of what occurred at our meeting.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Marvin?
Aye.
Wayne?
Aye.
Liza?
Aye.
Gene, aye. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the April 28th special meeting minutes? You have those? They're real short.
I make a motion to approve the April 28th special meeting minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second that.
Any further discussion?
Question for the board. I wasn't here. Did I vote?
Yeah? Yeah.
Okay. Nothing for me to verify except for you guys' word, so. Okay.
Unless you watched it, it was recorded too.
I did not watch, I was out of state. Okay, sorry. Okay, thanks for answering.
Okay, hearing nothing further. Liza?
Aye.
Wayne?
How would I?
Marvin?
Aye.
Gene, aye. Motion passed.
What was that? Oh,
Okay, now we're gonna review yep,
Oh.
the actual interview itself.
The minutes itself is the recording.
okay,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, now we review and approve bills. Just to let the public know, we go through every bill. This takes sometimes a half hour. How big's the pile?
Pretty high.
That's gonna take us up till about 9:30. So if you wanna grab a cup of coffee or whatever, I'm just telling you, for you, it's gonna be boring for about half hour. But we won't wait for you to come back in to reconvene.
See, that's why he's the boss.
Oh, I'm sorry, Liza.
I'll just sit partway in the middle here.
We, have to use our stretch exercises.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sure.
If anybody, any commissioner has a question on one of the bills, let me know, otherwise I'll sign them as I get them, even though they're not approved, but then we'll question that one before we approve.
Sorry about that, I can stretch them over there.
What's next?
APT.
I may not be here.
It's like we're really, my mind's not.
They actually moved our trip back down, instead of the 16th through the 26th, it's the 19th through the 29th. But we probably going to go on the 18th. Maybe I should jump one of these in someday, huh? Expense run.
Why are we running an air conditioner in the wintertime?
Did-
Scratch.
It's stupid, but that's how that system is set up, to keep something with fresh air and keep humidity down and stuff. They,
After,
in the
I
summer.
was just being
No,
silly, but
No, in the summertime, they're running a heater. We've asked the same thing, you know, to run a heat system,
Gotcha.
and same thing, take out the humidity and this and that, keep things dry. And you would think that
I'm gonna go to see.
you're running two systems, you know, but
Information.
I didn't invent them, so.
She has it, information comes in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't used to see the air conditioning bill in April for snow removal.
Right, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's their first payment.
First
type of-
one.
Goodness, they really took care of a lot of little maintenance issues, didn't they? It's good work. Okay. There are many vouchers in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
for different
Yep.
events and stuff
Yep.
too.
We'll change that. So, he said, well, they're no longer interested. Cancel it. Well, sure. Takes care of all that. This one will change. Rates are gonna change. This is going over here. Yep. All we do is sit back and wait for information until the answer is we make it right decision.
Uh-oh, starting to be on our improvements already, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Um. Board members, I have a question. On court facilities payment here, not the payment amount or anything like that. There is a rule, century code, that we cannot pay over a certain percentage until everything's been inspected. So I don't think we're approaching that percentage, but let's just see what the total amount is. We're only at 10% roughly. Looks like it'll be all right. But yeah, should review that ordinance. You can't, I'll look it up again, but
I would say, if you happen to know what the number is or.
from what I read there, the contract is $1 million and they only requested 100, so.
Right, so we should be.
Well, we're gonna end up wrong. We'll probably do the best.
the big Gene didn't reach.
Is this one you're talking about?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Well, you see the contract up here is that, and then the vouchers, I think, is only for that, so I think we're okay. Years to this.
Wait, would you, did you have to have a pile that big?
Yeah, it's beginning of the month.
Raiders.
When you-
Stamp.
When you get to that Hazen Water one, Gene, there's a kind of an interesting part that they put on there, it's like, it's got to do with the new computer era.
Where did Alice go? HR certified now?
Yep.
Yes, sure.
That's what
The part is due to the approvals.
You know, nowadays, the things that they,
They hook you.
got a little oil sensor, well, you gotta change out the left rear tire. I got an ongoing issue with the backup camera. I'll tell you what. I have GM service rep, I think is what it's called. Her name is Shirley or something, her damn near first name. I told her, I said, that's all I'm concerned. I don't care how long it takes to fix it. I go, but you're not gonna, I'm not gonna have a shop telling me that back 36,000 one mile, it's all warranty. No, that's warranty till it's fixed.
Liza, do you know anything about this cable, Jason?
60,000.
Look like she's applying for a grant.
She's more or less safe.
That's the one, like the stuff that she's working on in regards to getting our system back up and running and stuff. Remember how we had, she reported that we were down on it and then we had to fix it so that
Is
Beulah.
that the engineering firm that she was referring to?
Nope, that's a different one,
Okay.
that she hasn't brought back to us again about the GSI.
Right.
What you're talking about, yeah, that hasn't come back. That's separate, that's for that, where she had to have all those meetings. And we had to set it up so that Beulah could get that monies that it applied for. Remember anything with that?
Kind of. I remember more about the GIS, but
Yep, she just
That's
brought that
what-
up at the last one that she was here at, and that she'd like to look into having it.
that's what I recall most.
Yep.
This is cute. You're serving certification
And it's supposed to be
required.
like a higher up level
I
than a,
don't have any idea,
You should order one.
but it's a requirement,
no?
so we gotta get some of those.
Huh, they
Huh.
probably don't look any different at all.
But not,
Just a different name.
Mm-hmm. Different company put them out,
Different
so
company.
that's what you gotta have here.
Sure.
Daniel, some of these bills.
Blame the guy that started that.
FFP two,
Sounds pretty important.
Yeah. Sounds military.
5-ply cup dusk safety mask. There.
We went out of,
Now
we
you
went out
know.
of the country in November, and where we went, the whole country required 100%, everybody had to have a face mask. I don't care where you were.
And did they have one?
You darn right they did.
Okay.
2 pound.
Okay,
I think
I'm
they
like,
had,
which one am I grabbing first? I'm
mask
assuming this
police all
one,
over the
but-
place. Yep, everybody. You're gonna eat, you better get it on.
The writer's cramp here.
You're gonna have a little more yet, young man.
You don't have.
Still working through it.
Still working through it.
There we go. What's that?
Let's-
Said I don't like doing this, but
It's against more than one rule.
pardon?
It is against more than one rule.
Let's say, I've had I was involved in some disciplinary stuff where this is what got them in trouble. Because, as a for instance, I just gave it to Alice and said, you just stamp them. And Alice had her coworker do it then. Okay, this is just a for instance, and, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. It's open meeting, I think, believe you can.
Nobody ever had my stamp, and I didn't even notice.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can write that down. Kind of make headlines, big bold letters. Chairman Wolf.
None of your stuff has a time restraint, does it, Cindy?
No, not unless Kevin.
Because we're almost done, I think.
We're almost done.
No.
There's some Verizon in here that,
Right? I go through everything. Did you really make this call?
that Verizon one is pretty. Good call.
Carbon, different places.
Okay. Now, were you gonna question after what I questioned? Where do they do that?
I only see one voucher for this whole file.
No, that's more reasonable. Speaking of that.
What's taking you so long?
I don't know. Not stamping, just signing now. That's it for the bills?
We're done.
Are there any questions on any of the bills? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve bills as presented?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I guess now is the proper time to ask if there's any more questions on the bills. Hearing none, Wayne,
I'll vote aye.
Marvin,
Aye.
Liza,
Aye.
Jean, aye. Motion passed. Next on the agenda, Cindy Zuther, number 589 DDC Strategic Well, Test Well, I guess is first.
Okay, it's a temporary use permit application from Dakota Gasification Company for a Wildcat Strategic Test Well in the southwest quarter of Section 2, Township 14588. It is with the condition attached, area disturbed under this temporary use must be reclaimed by the applicant and must be approved and released by the county road superintendent. Haul road must be approved and released by the county road superintendent. The permit holder shall control weeds in an acceptable manner during the time this permit is in effect, subject to finalization, authorization for access by landowners. The following conditions shall apply to on-site temporary housing facilities. The facility shall be utilized by workers employed exclusively at the site for which a temporary use permit has been granted. Electrical services, hookups, and wiring shall be comply with national electrical code and state and local electrical laws, rules, and wiring standards. Water hauled to the site and intended for human use shall be approved by the Mercer County Sanitarian for source hauling tank and storage tank. Sewage disposal shall be in holding tanks which shall be pumped by a licensed sanitarian hauler. Sewage connections shall be tight and covered so as to minimize insect breeding. Garbage shall be stored in dumpsters and removed by a licensed hauler to Mercer County Regional Landfill, and minimum distance of 15 feet shall be maintained by all housing facility structures. And Kevin Soley is here if you have any questions.
So they've met all the requirements as of now, and they understand all the conditions,
Mhm.
okay? I-
Good. Including number 2, the Hall Road must be approved and released by the county road superintendent. That's been taken care of.
Well, they don't need to be released until they're done, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just say a couple words, I guess.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind coming up to the podium so that the community can hear you as well, sir.
Sure.
Introduce yourself, tell us your name and.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commission, staff. My name is Kevin Soley with Basin Electric Power Cooperative. I'm here today, I guess, to answer questions about our temporary use permit applications for these Wildcat test wells that are associated with the DGC 45Q project. And I guess if I could maybe just jump over to the screen. Of course, up the top of the screen is north, just off the bottom would be Beulah, where we see these two blue triangles. That's the Synfuels plant. And today we're asking for temporary use approval for Coteau wells 2, 3, and 4. Just a little history. Coteau 1 was actually approved by the commission maybe not quite a year ago. So we were in for that one, and that was the first well that was constructed, that was bored at the site. And then just a little bit more, just kind of recap history there. So these projects, they've got a lot of moving pieces. The other thing that I guess we were in front of the commission for, and P&Z, was the CO2 pipeline to get the CO2 from the Synfuels plant to these wells was approved again roughly a year ago went through P&Z and by the commission. And just to lay it out, what's coming up here. So these temporary use permits would be just for the installation of the wells. And let's say in a month or two, we'll be coming back looking to change the well pads to industrial zoning. And then on top of that, there would also be a conditional use permit required per the ordinance for, I guess, industrial other uses. So that's kind of where we're at with all of these. And so of course, yeah, the number 1 has been constructed and drilled. And so, yeah, the plans, I think, show kind of where the access road would be, kind of the cut and fill, kind of the surveyed land descriptions for what we're looking at for wells 2, 3, and 4.
Any more questions?
And everything went well for the well one? You guys had any, no concerns, no issues?
No issues, and I guess, again, sort of, we're all, kind of partners in this. Coteau is here as well. I see Sarah and Ryland here, and so they might be able to speak to that. But yeah, all of these wells are on Coteau Properties, land, and of course, we had the letter from them kind of concurring with our temporary use at this time.
You have a very good, thorough application.
Thank you. Yeah, we try to do a good job.
I don't have any further questions. I'm not sure, does Ryland or Sarah want to comment? Okay,
When would you want to start this?
I think there, again, lots of moving pieces to this and lots of other people working on these different applications, but with the Industrial Commission to drill these wildcat wells or stratigraphic test wells, there's something called a application permit to drill, a APD, and I think those indicate the middle of this month, so a couple, 2-3 weeks from now is kind of when we're looking, and that's, I think they probably couched it a little bit earlier. I think actually it won't be until June, but that's what the APDs say.
Okay.
Is the drilling equipment on site?
No, it is not.
Okay.
And it's, just as an aside, I think for the first well, I think it came out of Canada, and this year they were able to source it locally, so the drilling outfit's coming from Dickinson.
Okay. Any further questions or concerns? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve permit number 589.
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Marvin?
Aye.
Liza?
Aye.
Wayne?
How about I?
G and I, motion passed. Permit number 590. I think it's redundant.
Same, yeah.
So do I have a motion to approve 590?
So move again.
Second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Marvin?
Aye.
Liza?
Aye.
Wayne?
How about I?
G and I, motion passed. Number 591, same.
I so move to approve 591.
Liza, oh, sorry, second?
Aye. I moved to second, sorry.
I was gonna say, Liza, you second? Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Marvin?
Aye.
Liza?
Aye.
Wayne?
How about I?
G and I, motion passed.
Okay, well, we certainly appreciate your time and consideration and the staff's work on this, and probably see you in another month or two for hopefully will be the final approval for the project.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Kevin.
See you again.
We're not going nowhere, so.
Okay, oh,
Mileage.
does Cindy have anything else?
Did you add?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so it's been brought to my attention that, okay, it's really confusing because in my position, part of my wage is hourly and part of it is salary. For my P and Z is salary. And I hadn't realized that I could turn in mileage for my P and Z, so I haven't the whole time I have been there. So for none of my meetings, I haven't turned in the mileage, like I explained in my email. So Shanna said I had to ask Todd how far I could go back, and he said as far as you guys would allow. And it looked, when I looked up on IRS rules, it looks like anything past 60 days I have to pay taxes on, is how the rule is. So according to him, it's up to you how far you'll let me go back. And there never has been anything in my budget for mileage under the P and Z line because Gary Emter had a vehicle and Colette lived in Beulah. So.
What are you requesting?
Well, I would like the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't fly on my broom. I drove to the meeting.
Okay,
How
So
long
how
are you-
far back are you talking, Cindy?
yes.
Well, 2018, the total would be $1,093.12. I figured out for every year at the rate of each year, and I just looked at how many you can, I did the detail, like that one year we had COVID, we were here, So of course I just stayed at work them days, or someone's, Jen did the meetings when I wasn't there. So the total is $1,093.12. I know my budget would be over, but it would have anyway, cause I've never had anything in the budget for travel.
Okay, so your request is for the county to
Reimbursement.
back pay you, to the year, somewhere in the year of 2018
Right, I started.
for
in-
mileage for the total amount of $1,093.12.
Right,
I don't mean to sound crass, but if you gotta pay taxes on it, that's none of our business.
no, I know it isn't. I was just telling you that that's how I read the rule. I don't know if Alice ever checked into it or not.
Okay, as we normally do, before we even make a motion, is there, anyone want, any discussion on it, or thoughts?
I don't know if it's just, basically was an oversight. I don't know how far we can go back. It is, I don't know,
So have you,
just,
inquired, what was your inquiry that you said that the commission could authorize?
I asked Todd how far I could go back. and
Oh,
he
okay,
said
so
as
you
far
did talk
back-
to the state's attorney.
it's up-
In the email, he says as far as you will allow.
it's-
Okay. Because that would've been my next statement, is we need our state's attorney opinion on it,
And the email here says as far as the commission will allow.
okay?
I mean, I know my budget will be over, but it would have been over anyway, because I don't have any money in that budget for it. And that was a simple oversight, I'm sure, because Gary had a vehicle.
Right.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
board members, I move to reimburse our land use administrator $1,093.12 for mileage to planning and zoning meetings to bring her mileage up to date.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Marvin?
Aye.
Liza?
Aye.
Wayne?
I'll vote aye.
Gene, aye, motion passed.
Thank you.
Can you please make sure and include that in your budget?
I will.
For them, please, Cindy? Thank you.
Okay,
It's a small vote.
anything else for Cindy, since we have her here? Sign that one instead. How about scribble? That's what mine is. Okay. We're done with the formalities? Okay. Nothing else of Cindy? Okay, we got 12 minutes yet. We'll go move on to other business then. Appoint election workers. I guess we have a list here. These people have volunteered, so to speak. Yeah, they've agreed, volunteered. So vote by mail, June 13th through 14th, election inspectors and judges and clerks. Inspector Donna Hanson, judge for the Republican Ashley Miller, judge Democrat Shelley Seiler, clerk Ashlyn Bosch, and clerk Amber Gobbert. Do we have to do each one or just the whole thing? Okay. Then 2 election inspectors for Tuesday, June 14th. This is election day.
Mr. Chairman, I suggest that we take care of the male election inspectors and judges separate from the other one.
Okay.
I think the reason being is, I think, you read the names, what their jobs, duties. I think it might be clearer for the public in reading the minutes, what we're doing.
But it's up to the other board members too, you know.
I don't care, I think it's,
Oh, we got three of them.
yeah, there's one on the back, yep.
Yeah. This one has
Okay,
to be
so-
early voting too, so.
Under Marvin, due to Marvin's request, vote by mail. I just read you the names. Do I have a motion to approve those?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Wayne?
How would I?
Liza?
Aye.
Marvin?
Aye.
Jean, aye. Motion passed. Now on election day, Inspector Scott Shields, for the Judge Republican Fred Stern, Judge Democrat Kathy Bradley, Clerk Kathleen Reeb, and Clerk Alice Grinsteiner. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I so move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Marvin?
Aye.
Liza?
Aye.
Wayne?
How vote I?
Jean, aye. Motion passed. Okay, early voting. Wow, got one for each date.
They're all the same though.
Okay,
That are
I was
all
just I was just looking. So for June 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have an Inspector Donna Hanson, Judge Republican Gordon Hoffner, Judge Democrat Joel Newmiller, Joel, I think,
Joel.
Joel.
and Clerk Alice Grinsteiner and Clerk Gwen Bosch. And that's for the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a motion, a sec?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Wayne?
How vote I?
Liza?
Aye.
Marvin?
Aye.
Jean, aye. Motion passed.
I have a fellow board members regarding this election. I think this is not inappropriate. Being as we have a brand-new auditor and the election is very, very important, I had a bunch of questions that I wrote down for myself. And if it's all right with you, I would just like to hand these off to Alice. And if she sees any concerns with those, she can get back to me and answer them. And it's just got to do with what needs to be done, how many booths there are, the voting machines, how do they transfer the ballots back, and just detailed information that makes the process run smooth, that we have everything covered. So I'm gonna send, if it's all right, I'll just hand this to Alice, and if she wants to answer it or says everything is taken care of, I just would like some kind of response.
Yes, and just for more information, Marvin, our outgoing auditor has indicated that she will assist. So, but, yeah, I understand, you got the questions. Treasurer's report, road finances, ARPA. Let's go to number 5, Hazen Winter Sports Gaming Authorization. Where do we have that?
They just want to, start a gaming site at Hazel Golf Course.
And they've never had one there before.
You know,
Is that it?
I think it's the electronic, those electronic.
Oh, okay.
Devices,
Oh.
is all they wanna put in the golf course.
Electronic pull tab, yeah, that's the only one checked here. Okay, so Hazen Winter Sports is asking to be allowed to put in electronic pull tab devices at the Hazen Golf Course. All right, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll approve it for discussion.
Do I have a second?
Second that, Mr. Chairman.
Discussion.
Does that have an end date on it?
Ending dates 6/30/2023. So yeah, I would assume this is like a gaming license that has an annual renewal.
Looks like it.
Didn't they have pull tabs or something out there before?
Not that I'm aware of. I golfed out there last year, and I didn't see any gaming machines or anything like that.
Okay.
They don't, nothing electronic certainly on
No.
No.
Yeah, okay.
I thought they had, well, I guess I've never seen the pull tabs laying all over the floor, so they probably didn't have it.
No, this is the alarm.
I've been there enough,
these are the electronic ones.
I know, I know.
Okay.
Okay, that's all the questions I had.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Marvin?
Aye.
Wayne?
How would I?
Liza?
Aye.
Jean, aye, motion passed. Oh, do I sign this right away? Signature of county official. You can fill in the date. Okay, March recorder fees, $5,228.60. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. Wayne?
How would I?
Liza?
Aye.
Marvin?
Aye.
Jean, aye, motion passed. May 18th commission meeting. What's the,
That was because Jean and Travis, or
No,
no, Liza.
myself, I will not be able to be at the May 18th meeting, and you had indicated that you weren't gonna be able to, so we just wanted to make sure that the other members were gonna be able to be here, so there would be a quorum.
okay. Yeah, I'm almost positive I won't be here.
You gotta be here.
I, no.
No, yeah.
You can kick me off the commission if you want, but nope, I won't be here. Neither will Liza.
Right.
So as long as Marvin, Travis, and Wayne are here,
Has
You'll have a
anyone
quorum.
heard from Travis that he might have a complication with that date?
I have not heard. I think, didn't he indicate last meeting that he should be able to make it? I think he did,
I think he did too.
so,
Yeah.
I would suggest we leave it as is unless something changes.
yep, I have no problem with that.
Yep, I
That-
have no problem, I just wanted to make sure you,
Yep,
Okay.
Good
other
point.
commissioners were gonna be here.
it's, I guess the only thing to say is, if one of you three don't show up, you won't have a meeting,
Yeah.
so. Okay, no further discussion on that. Treasurer's report. Can we do that one? We got 4 minutes?
To go get her.
Okay, 3 minutes now. Just turned.
You took me right off my starting blocks there.
I don't know how long any of the rest of these are going to take, that's why.
They'll take more than 3.
My portfolio short this time.
She's not, she's in a different office, so it'll be more
Oh.
than 3 minutes.
Okay. Road finances, will that take a little bit?
Yes, it will.
ARPA finances?
Same thing. They shouldn't take over 5 or 6, but they'll take over 3 for sure.
Okay. Well, let's take a 10-minute break.
Thank you.
No.
We'll recess for 10 minutes.